When I found this story, I'm going to tell you guys, when I saw this picture, which is actually this one right here, to me, this epitomizes everything that I think just babies are. They're innocent. They're awesome, wonderful smile. She's got a little toy right there. It's just like, how can you not want to just love this kid and protect her? But in this situation, if you ask me, I think that her father was neglectful. And once you hear this story and hear how stupid it is, and he just allowed his daughter to suffer a fate like this, I want to warn you guys, the details are going to be graphic, so you might want to brace yourselves about what happened to this angel who did not survive a animal attack. Okay, here we go. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. So the article that I'm reading from is people.com. So shout out to People and thank you for the article. Let's talk about this baby. This little girl was found dead in Cincinnati 2 days after Christmas after an apparent dog attack. Now, the Hamilton County Coroner's Office confirmed to People that it positively identified the victim as a little girl. Let me see if I get her face back on the screen. That's her biological father. We're going to talk about that damn fool here in a minute. Damn idiot. This little angel right here, look at how beautiful her smile is. 3-year-old Kingsley Renee Wright. Kingsley Renee Wright was killed on December the 27th while visiting family. I think it was her biological father. I just woke up and my daughter is dead. The 911 caller, who identified himself as Kingsley's father, told police, according to audio obtained by local station WXIX, there's blood everywhere and I don't know what happened. I don't understand what went on. So this baby was attacked by a dog, and I want y'all to think about the fact that this man was inside of this house allegedly, heard the screams or should have heard the screams, and did nothing. I don't know how this could be an accidental thing. If you hear it, I don't know what precipitated it or what. I just refuse to believe that this was an accident. The caller told officers that his animals were in a cage, quote unquote, and not loose when he awoke to find his daughter dead. Cincinnati police officers who initially responded to the call were advised to turn off their body cameras due to the gruesome nature of Kingsley's injuries. I think we're going to need animal care to respond here to secure the 2 dogs, an officers heard saying in footage obtained by a local station, which is WLWT5. Kingsley's grieving mother by the name of Gina Smith, and I think I had a picture of her in there somewhere, told the station that she had no idea her daughter would be subjected to dangerous animals, saying, I would have not allowed my baby around vicious dogs. Why would I do that? I just want to know why and how, Smith said through tears. I want to take a pause right there. And again, to the mother, I know that you're grieving, and we are grieving and empathizing and sympathizing with you, whichever one is appropriate. But let me say this, and I do not mean to be insensitive. Even if it's your child's biological father, and shout out to my daughter's mother, before my daughter's mother would let my child stay at my apartment when we first had my daughter almost 18 years ago, guess what she did? She brought her by herself, brought her upstairs, walked inside my apartment, did a little tour, did a look around, came in my bedroom where my baby was going to be staying with me because I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom at the time, but I always stayed in my 1 bedroom, my bedroom. And that's where I kept my daughter primarily. And she made sure that she didn't leave until she felt comfortable to leave my baby with me. She brought everything she could possibly think of. She brought everything from little bitty medicine to diapers to wipes to just formula, anything I could possibly need. She left it. She brought it. Shout out to my daughter's mother. I'm not sure how you can have a situation where you allow your young baby to stay with a father that you didn't even know that he had dogs. I don't know how you do that. I'm not trying to excoriate the mother. Again, I'm not trying to excoriate her. But I just think that you should be doing at least a check around the place where your kid is going to be staying, or your kid shouldn't be staying there. Right? That's all I'm saying. So I don't know how you didn't know that this man owned dogs. If nothing else, he should have at least said that he owned dogs. But nonetheless, Cincinnati Animal Care confirmed to People that they were called to the scene on December the 27th to remove 3 dogs from the home. He got 3 dogs. And I guarantee you one of them probably a pit bull, Rottweiler, or whatever the hell he had. That's probably the bad thing for me to say because I love pit bulls. So I can't stricken that from the record. But 3 dogs. I'll just say 3 dogs. I hate to just put a black eye, a black stain, even more so on pit bulls. But anyway, the animals are now being held at the shelter for a 10-day bite quarantine period per the legal requirement. Because I'm going to tell you, I've raised pit bulls. So did my dad. So did my brother. And ended up raising excellent dogs. They are excellent, beautiful dogs, by the way. Kingsley's obituary remembers her as a happy girl with a beautiful laugh and smile. She loved to sing and dance for her family and always saw the positive and bright side of everything around her, the tribute reads. Kingsley is survived by her mother and 2 brothers, Devin and Bradley. Here's what I thought was interesting about the obituary. It said that she is survived by her mother, and it named everybody else except the biological father. Well, she is survived by him too. Even if he is guilty, she is still survived by him. I just thought that was a really weird thing, how they just didn't want to name him in the obituary. I don't know, but maybe that's just your right to do. It is what it is. But this man's name is Warren, Warren Houston, Houston. Warren Houston is this man's name, just so you guys know. And there was a GoFundMe page that has been set up to benefit Kingsley's family and the aftermath of her death. Let me see if I can pull up that GoFundMe. I think I have it. Dun, dun, dun. Right here. Here we go. So I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm actually okay with this GoFundMe. If you set a low goal and people exceed the goal that you have, I'm okay with that. But I do believe that all of us need to have life insurance on our kids, regardless of their age. Nobody ever thinks anybody's going to die on planet Earth, apparently. But death is inevitable, and death will happen for all of us, regardless of age. Have life insurance. GoFundMe is not a catch-all for everybody, because if your story don't make the news, you're probably not going to get a GoFundMe. So why not plan and be smart, right? But nonetheless, they asked for this GoFundMe, and they raised the tune of almost $4,400. So I don't know what their actual goal was, but nonetheless, they shut it off. It is what it is. That is just such a beautiful little angel. She seemed very happy. Just a sucky thing to happen to this kid. But let me give you guys the fair usage, and then we'll go on. We got a couple news videos. Here we go.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
For those watching the video right now, if you would do me a favor and please click the thumbs up, leave a comment. Very important that you guys do that. I will try to interact with you guys as much as I can in the comment section. I think people have kind of noticed that, but I do and will actually respond. I was only able to find a couple news videos, but let's take a look. And if they're repeating information, I'll try to skip through them for you, okay? Here we go.
Well, some horrific new details emerge about the dog mauling death of a 3-year-old girl. We want to warn you right now, some of what you're about to hear is, in fact, disturbing. Kingsley Wright's father, Warren Houston, faced a judge for the first time with involuntary manslaughter, endangering children, and reckless endangerment charges. I should say. Just days after Christmas, Houston found Kingsley's mauled body in his Roselawn home. He allegedly put Kingsley to sleep on the couch, and he and another person went to bed. His 2 dogs were loose at the time. Now, the assistant prosecutor says video shows the attack happened shortly after he left the room and lasted for 30 minutes. The girl was screaming and crying and the dogs were barking, yet he allegedly never got up to check. For 30 minutes, the girl was screaming and crying and the dogs were barking, yet he allegedly never got up to check. For 30 minutes, the girl was screaming and crying and the dogs were barking, yet he allegedly never got up to check. After he left the room and lasted for 30 minutes. The girl was screaming and crying and the dogs were barking, yet he allegedly never got up to check.
He never got up to check, and this baby was screaming and crying for a half a goddamn hour. How? And the dogs were barking, and you didn't hear nothing? Like, are you deaf or mute? Deaf and mute? Even if you were deaf, even if you had no hearing at all, one thing that you would definitely hear is the vibration of a dog barking and rumbling. You would feel the commotion. You would still feel the vibrations. Am I wrong about that or not? You said no way he didn't hear. I think that's why I think this is bullshit. There's no way. You could have been halfway to heaven and still would have heard that. He didn't give a damn. And that's why I think that he is 100% guilty. Inexcusable. I'm going to let y'all hear that one more time just to know I'm not exaggerating.
After he left the room and lasted for 30 minutes. The girl was screaming and crying and the dogs were barking, yet he allegedly never got up to check.
At some point, the victim suffered a dislocated neck and had massive blood loss, and the coroner indicates that she does not believe the victim passed away right away, and the child was not found until approximately 8 o'clock the next morning.
Now, the judge ordered Wright held on a $200,000 bond.
Minutes, Chris.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. Just a terrible story here right now. A 3-year-old girl is dead after getting attacked by 2 dogs. Now, this all happening yesterday morning, and tonight her mother is speaking only with WLWT about what happened and the action she wants to see. News 5's Sean McKinnon joins us live from Roselawn with what she had to say. Sean.
Chris, Cincinnati police are beginning their investigation into the death of 3-year-old Kingsley Wright. Police say it happened in Roselawn Friday around 8 in the morning. Tonight I talked with Gina Smith, Kingsley's mother. She's heartbroken, asking what happened. She says her daughter was staying with a family member for the first time ever. The mother tells us she had no idea these dogs were dangerous, and yesterday she woke up to the horrifying news: the dogs killed her daughter.
It's just like a dream or something, like I just want to wake up, you know, and I just want her home. I want her home. I want her here.
Gina Smith tells me the coroner could not let her see her daughter, saying her injuries were so bad it wouldn't be appropriate. Now, tonight the family is hoping to hear more from law enforcement on where this investigation stands. We're live in Clinton County. Sean McKinnon, WLWT News 5.
Yeah, just a horrific story there, Sean. Thank you so much.
When her mom got the news, her daughter was killed by the dogs.
Oh,
no, not her. Baby. I'm not going to get to see her dance or sing anymore.
Kingsley Wright was just 3 years old. Now, instead of unwrapping gifts together, Gina Smith is burying her baby girl.
I just want to know why and how.
Cincinnati police confirmed they're investigating the little girl's death. When first responders arrived in Roselawn Friday, a heartbreaking scene. Kingsley was killed by 2 dogs. Officers are advised to turn off their body-worn cameras.
I think we're going to need animal care to respond here to secure 2 dogs.
Smith says her child was spending time with family for the holidays, but she had no idea these dogs were dangerous.
I would have not allowed my baby around vicious dogs. Why would I do that?
What happened still isn't clear to Smith, and they want the full picture.
Those kind of dogs are over 100 pounds, so, did they just sit on her and kill her and then start mauling on her, or
Did they crush her,
And why? Like, what made them want to do that to just a little baby sleeping on the couch?
The coroner couldn't let Smith see her daughter, saying Kingsley's injuries were too graphic. She worries she may never see her girl's body and already had her final goodbye.
It's the last time I got to say goodbye to my baby. I told her I love
Back home now, a nightmare scenario just days after Christmas. Cincinnati police are investigating the death of a three-year-old girl killed by 2 dogs. And tonight we sit down with Kingsley Wright's mother as she begs for answers. WLWT News 5 Sean McKinnon joins us in the studio. So Sean, what exactly are police telling us tonight?
Chris, Cincinnati police say it happened in a Roselawn home around 8 in the morning yesterday. Kingsley Wright was simply spending time at a family member's house. When her mom got the news, her daughter was killed by the dogs.
Oh no, not her. Baby. I'm not going to get to see her dance or sing anymore.
Kingsley Wright was just 3 years old. Now, instead of unwrapping gifts together, Gina Smith is burying her baby girl.
I just want to know why and how.
Cincinnati police confirmed they're investigating the little girl's death. When first responders arrived in Roselawn Friday, a heartbreaking scene. Kingsley was killed by 2 dogs. Officers are advised to turn off their body-worn cameras.
I think we're going to need animal care to respond here to secure 2 dogs.
Smith says her child was spending time with family for the holidays, but she had no idea these dogs were dangerous.
I would have not allowed my baby around vicious dogs. Why would I do that?
What happened still isn't clear to Smith, and they want the full picture.
Those kind of dogs are over 100 pounds, so, did they just sit on her and kill her and then start mauling on her, or
Did they crush her,
And why? Like, what made them want to do that to just a little baby sleeping on the couch?
The coroner couldn't let Smith see her daughter, saying Kingsley's injuries were too graphic. She worries she may never see her girl's body and already had her final goodbye.
It's the last time I got to say goodbye to my baby. I told her I loved her and I would see her in a few days.
Just devastating. And tonight, Gina Smith is hoping that as this investigation continues, law enforcement will keep her in the loop and get her the answers about how these dogs got near Kingsley and why nobody was able to save her.
Look, my whole thing is somebody's going to have to give me the story on this fool right here. How do you explain that for half an hour of terror and attack and you didn't hear nothing? How do you explain that? I refuse to believe it. It is just practically impossible. I'm going to make sure and get another picture of his face up here. I want y'all to see this stupid fool's face. And I say this, when you date thugs, you date death. And when I say thug, I'm talking about an action, not a skin color. This man is clearly a thug. She had a baby by a thug. And guess what? The mother should have never allowed him visitation if there were any indication that this man were not screwed on correctly at all. Like, I don't really know his character. They didn't speak about his criminal history or anything like that. But there is something clearly off with this man. There's something wrong. Somebody in the chat said he was stuck on drugs. I don't know. I would love to hear what the real story is, but there's something way, way wrong here. And I absolutely think, and I believe in my heart, that this baby deserves maximum justice. I believe that this baby deserves answers to what precipitated this, what actually happened. This don't sound like an accident to me. Stay tuned on my channel. When we get some real information, some real updated information, we'll make sure and bring it back in memory of this baby, Kingsley Princess, R.I.P. But we're going to find out what the hell he did, what his involvement was, and we're going to go from there. If we find out anything, it's a wrap, dude. Go ahead and stamp your ticket to hell, because that's where you're going to meet your maker at. All right? But hate that this baby lost her life like that. That is so gruesome. But leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about this, okay? Thank you.